Two boys were having a summer holiday sleepover, enjoying the freedom of staying up late. The boy on the left lived in the house, and with his parents away at a local sports event for the weekend, they were free to do whatever they pleased. Naturally, they decided to pull an all-nighter playing video games. What they didn't expect was that their fun would soon take a spooky turn. As they were absorbed in their game, a door in the background suddenly creaked open. Both boys exchanged uneasy glances, but they quickly brushed it off, assuming it was just the wind, and continued playing. Hours later, after their game ended, one of the boys decided to check out what might have caused the door to move. He found nothing unusual, no signs of anyone there, no drafts, no explanation. But just as he was about to turn back, something even stranger happened. A chair in the room slid backward on its own, with no one near it. The boy stood there, frozen and confused. Could it have been something paranormal? The next video was recorded by MacLeod. He states that there is a building in his local town that many people say is haunted. And ever so often, a report comes in from friends or family members that claim that they have seen weird things that were going on in this building. He saw strange things as well in there, but could never really capture it. The building was converted to a supermarket, by the way. This night, a friend on the passenger seat of his car recorded while they were driving through the street in question. And while passing by the store, there seemed to be something mysterious that can be seen in the window. Let's take a look. Apparently the store was closed around that time, which I believe. It looks like nobody remained in there after closing hours. Yet, some viewers believe that they see an elderly lady standing there. Could that be so? But how? Very curious. The next one is a little bit more lighthearted, apparently. The story reads: now we will be looking at a photo that was uploaded to Reddit by user RingPopShorty. The uploader wrote about this photo. Her daughter was sitting at the kitchen table eating a snack when she received a notification on her phone from the monitor she set up in her dad's room to keep an eye on him because of his health. The notification was that movement was detected, and she realized it was her mother. Checking on her dad herself. He passed away not too long after. Maybe she was telling him to come with her. I suppose she already has passed at that point. Now that's unsettling. Let's take a look at the first capture. So apparently that is her, the mom, in her late days. So just that we have some sort of reference. It says in the first photo we see what Freda looked like in life. And now let's take a look at the second shot that was taken off the security camera. Oh, wow, that is pretty interesting. Look, is she also wearing a necklace? Like Freda herself? While she was still among the living. Just the necklace with a little cross. Seems to be the case with that one too. I mean, I can't imagine that they tried to fake that. Maybe they did, but we still see her. Let's assume that is her husband lying right in front of her. That's quite incredible if you think that something like that would be possible, right? As I was saying, a pretty heartwarming story in my book, and it does look pretty amazing actually. Like, you can really make out like a little vest she's wearing, maybe a dress of some sorts, the short hair, the necklace, like where the head is supposed to be. Maybe she was comforting him. In the past week, we have taken a look at one of Kent's latest investigations. He was alone in the Lamb house for a while and compiled some of the creepiest things that were recorded during that time. In the following recording, he was upstairs in his bedroom and asking questions to the other side because he was certain to have heard something up there.
Hello? Now, when I go through the door of the bedroom, I hear a strange sound behind me, and I turn the camera around really fast. Now, I didn't see anything there, but out of curiosity, when I was going over these recordings, after I saw what was captured on the stairway, I also lightened up the recording from when I spun the camera around, and there was another strange anomaly captured.
Kent believes that a shadow was right behind him and possibly making it down the stairs into the dining room again. Was the entity possibly making him come upstairs and maybe passing through him to go downstairs? Another mystery for sure.
It is obvious there are definitely certain entities that do not want to be seen by the living.
Sheila has sent me the following video, and it was apparently captured in the hallway of a factory. This building is said to be very old, and the only purpose of this camera is the video surveillance, since people tried to break into this place several times in the past. This night, the CCTV camera has captured something quite eerie in the basement of this building, after closing hours. Let's take a look. There certainly appears to be an apparition walking around down there, seemingly peeking at the camera and then returning towards where it came from. But what was it? Was it maybe a spirit? Or somebody that was still at the premises? Pretty unlikely though. What's your explanation? Samuel has shared the following video on his channel. It's from a trip to Disneyland, and he wrote the following. A real ghost caught on video at the Tower of Terror. It's from our visit to Disney California Adventure, and what we think is a real ghost. It would appear that a semi-transparent shape is standing up there and then disappearing. Did Samuel and his family capture a real spirit that night? If not, what else could have caused this effect in your opinion? It's pretty intriguing though, isn't it? to another pretty spooky capture, which was captured by Oscar, who was working as security staff in an old factory. It all started with him seeing strange shadow silhouettes at night, and at this particular one, he saw these things again, which is when he started documenting it. It is uncertain what exactly this black shadow is that our guard is seeing here, but he swears that other people can see her too during the day, and that she even moves around ever so often, making him believe that this shadow being is bound to the storage facility, but who can say? The following is a recording from inside a car, which was captured by two friends who were on the way home from a gathering. The video description reads that the road they were traveling on took them a bit outside of town, and there's basically just a lot of empty fields. At some point, they noticed a weird person on the road and believed it to be a prank at first, but given that this transpired several kilometers away from any civilization, made them question this theory.
एक जन कहा है रुकना रुकना अरे रहने भैया मरना नहीं है मजाक है अबे देखना रुकना रुकना रहने बाबा दुए जन है ना मन कोई मतलब नहीं है मन राजा आज किसे आगे.
It is said that the two friends had to put the car in reverse and go a different route, since they felt way too spooked out to drive past those two people. It's unlikely that this was a paranormal event in my opinion, and serves more as a creepy example of strangers that are blocking the road in the middle of nowhere. How would you have reacted? Just driven past? Well, I guess safety first. The next clip was shared by a man who was driving along a road through the outskirts of town. The man describes that this night the video was recorded was nothing special, and that prior to this incident he had not noticed anything unusual. The area is also not known to be home to any paranormal events in the past, making the man question even more what he saw that night. In his own words, he describes it as a dark transparent thing that was standing on the left side of the road, but thought that his eyes might have played tricks on him. His dash cam had recorded this incident, however. We can see the outlines of a shadow person that is standing on the left side of the road. Unlikely to have been a regular person though, say many. Besides the safety risk, of course, it would be more than unwise to be wandering the side of the road that late. Is this another ghostly dashcam encounter? Or what else unfolded here exactly? Just a bush? Nah, I don't think so. But what do I know? The following was sent by Jem, and it was on a nightly ghost investigation close to a local forest. Right at the entrance, there seemed to be an old building, and really close to it, people could hear strange noises ever so often, at least according to the reports. Could Jem maybe capture something from another realm that night? The following clip was shared by Sharon. She thought that she might have captured something really concerning that night. It is an older recording. Sharon, her daughter and their dog were alone that night. She was putting together a little video diary for her family and was filming her daughter dancing to a song. She tells us, "My daughter and I were the only ones in the room. I was recording her Elvis moves to Luke Bryan's Drunk on You. Watching the video, I noticed some smoke and then an unknown person running through the background.
Predictable if you ask me. Don't matter. Texas. You're from Texas.
I'm not from Texas. Or I have to move.
Where are you going to live, Mom?
Go. You tell me.
The recording is a bit odd indeed, isn't it? Sharon swears that this wasn't cigarette smoke and no other person. However, I think we can't be fully certain about it. Who knows if she says the truth, given that the video was so old? This could be anything. Maybe it was a setup. Were they visited by a running entity, or was it just another family member? The following video was taken at around 3 in the morning. It took place in the house of a young man called Michael, and during the days leading up to this, he had constantly been woken up by noises. On this night it happened again, except this time Michael was prepared. He captured the following really unsettling footage. Weirdly enough, his animals seemed to be really afraid of something unseen.
Phoebe. Hey. Phoebe. Where are you, girl? Phoebe. Phoebe. Hey, what's the matter, girl? Come here. What's the matter? Are you okay? Come here. Come on up. Phoebe, come on. Hey. What's the matter? Hey, come here. Phoebe, what's the matter, girl? What's the matter? You okay? What do you hear? What is it? What is it, girl? What's the matter, honey? Do you hear something? Phoebe? Honey? Are you okay? What the hell was that? What is that?
And Michael noticed that some unknown sounds were echoing from the attic area, which was reason enough for him to decide to give it a look. So he slowly made his way up to the attic door.
There's definitely something up here. What? Jesus Christ.
He is pretty certain that this had to be a poltergeist of some sort, something evil that wanted him out. It is unclear if he and his pets have moved ever since this incident, but this was a pretty spooky night nevertheless.
The next clip was uploaded to Facebook by user Bree Ashton Monkman. Bree has been experiencing some strange possible paranormal occurrences on her property, and so has been keeping a close eye on the security cameras around her home. She was reviewing the footage of her backyard one night when she noticed something very odd was captured.
Slow, play it slowly. It says slow play. See, look how clear that chair is, and if those were closed, they would show.
It seems as though from absolutely nowhere a figure appears in the backyard and begins walking. The creature is shaped mostly like a human, however the entirely grey body does not look like any normal person. Things just get stranger and stranger as the figure begins walking, leaving a trail of mist behind it, appearing and disappearing, and changing shapes as they cross the backyard. The uploader Bree definitely thinks this is a ghost sighting, and states there was no reason for someone to suddenly appear from the forest and enter her backyard in the middle of the night. The sighting seems to be certainly paranormal, right? Can you think of any logical explanation for this clip? Or do you also believe that this is a true ghost sighting? Who can say?
This video was recorded by Soy Marshalak, and she's actually the wife of Joshua Alak, which we all know he's the haunted store owner, and they had quite a number of really strange events going on in their home and their shop, if you actually remember. We've taken an in-depth look at them, and today she wants to share a really terrifying encounter that actually took place once again in her home, while she was just setting everything up for Christmas. Now, let's take a look at that. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't have the subtitles. If anybody of you knows what she's actually saying, just put it in the comments, please.
Que se vea mejor y poder ver.
Oh, was there a shadow?
Pues
Beautiful.
ahí está mi arbolito. Y pues así quedó mi arbolito.
Oh,
Vamos ahora pues a prender la luz para
you guys see that?
poderles explicar lo de la muñeca.
And it's gone.
Aquí está la muñeca. Lo que a mí se
Is
me hace
it?
sorprendente es que pues la repisa todavía
Right, something that has to do with the door, but
pues así que
look. This shadow here. What is that? Almost looks like a coat, but it's pretty tall. Could this be something else? I mean, it has to be. Apparently she stated that she wasn't aware of anybody there or a coat hanging. But she also saw something else.
poder
Oh, was there a noise?
que se vea
Do you hear that?
apagar la luz para que se la luz para que luz para que se vea mejor y poder
Look at that. This shadow.
y poder
We actually see it here already.
se vea mejor
That is
y
creepy.
poder
Especially if we consider that she was all alone at that point.
y pues así quedó mi arbolito.
And there we have it.
Vamos ahora.
It's nothing. Do we see it in the TV again? Here. There is something in the reflection. What is that? Isn't that really strangely shaped, not human in my book at all? Let me hear what you guys think. I have no idea. I mean, it is certainly pretty creepy, especially if it happens and you have no idea that it is there. I rate this clip with 7 skulls out of 10. I think it's a solid entry into our list today, and I can't explain it if it hasn't just been a random item. I'm at a loss. In a chilling tale shared by a prison officer, we find ourselves in the dimly lit hallways of a correctional facility during the late hours of the night. One officer was patrolling when they approached a cell where an inmate had recently passed away. To their surprise, the cell was empty, and there was no draft to be felt. But could it be that a ghostly presence had caused the cell gate to swing open? Now, let's turn our attention to another intriguing incident, captured by an officer monitoring a different inmate. It would appear that the inmate on screen had a visitor at the time. A child seemed to materialize behind the inmate. The officers were left in disbelief as they watched this unfold live on screen. A thorough search of the cell revealed nothing, leaving the prison staff to wonder if they had just witnessed something truly paranormal. In a separate event, footage released by the New South Wales Police Department raised eyebrows. A CCTV camera outside their station recorded a garage door mysteriously opening with no one around.
Moments later, a broom was seen toppling over, further deepening the mystery. So, what do you think? What could have caused that broom to fall? Something paranormal? A man had been catching glimpses of eerie shadows out of the corner of his eye for a while, but one night, things took a dark turn that pushed him over the edge.
Okay, I'm back home. It's been about 3 days. I just got back from my hotel room, and I've still been witnessing uneasy feeling in here. It's the only way I can describe it. So tonight, I'm just trying to see if there's any type of communication. Whoever you are, I've caught you a couple of times on camera. Yo, what up? Ghost Golden Guns over here. And I'm going live right now because that's why. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? What the? What the? Who is out? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. What the? Hello? Who is there? Oh my goodness, please stop. What the? Please stop. Please stop. This is my house. Leave. Leave. This is my house. You're not allowed here. Leave. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh my goodness. What the?
Looking at, well, isolated to even multiple tornadoes. Those could potentially be strong. Those gusty winds as well, up to 60 miles per hour, will be likely, and the potential for damaging hail up to an inch.
At first, the cupboard slowly swinging open seemed like it could be explained away, a trick of the wind, or even someone using a hidden string. But then the door slammed shut with such force that it shattered that theory. The violent way they closed made it impossible to ignore. It wasn't just random movement, it felt deliberate, as if someone or something was shutting the doors from inside. Things only got stranger from there. Convinced something sinister was at play, the man decided to upgrade his equipment and bought an SLS camera, a tool often used in paranormal investigations.
Is there anyone there? Oh man, that's crazy. What the man? Who's there? Leave. leave.
The camera revealed a stick figure, just as he'd feared, standing right in front of the cupboards. But that wasn't all. Right as the figure appeared on screen, the cupboard doors opened and closed again, only this time it was slower, almost as if in response to the entity's presence. This eerie interaction left him shaken, as it was clear now that there was some serious paranormal energy at work in his home. After this incident, the disturbances seemed to lessen, and for a while the man thought the haunting was over. He began to feel comfortable in his space again, but one night a wave of dread washed over him, an unsettling feeling that something was very wrong. Realizing that whatever had been tormenting him hadn't truly left, he frantically grabbed his camera once more. Although the footage he recorded was blurry, a dark silhouette was visible in the shadows, just standing there, watching. Was this a spirit or something more malevolent? Could it be a demonic entity lurking in his home? The encounter left him questioning everything. The following was a video from the early 2000s that apparently had been shared by a group of friends who were investigating an urban legend. It is said that this house was used for many evil rituals in the past, and that to this day the spirits of long-forgotten times can still be seen ever so often. Of course, the group didn't think these ghost stories to be valid, and they searched one particular room, which, based on their report, felt a bit strange. As they were investigating the collapsed floor, there appeared an anomaly in the background. A transparent-looking thing is coming out of the floorboard. It has two black holes for eyes, which makes the cameraman retreat in fear, making the group believe that this was a real ghost for sure. Could this be? Maybe the ghost stories are true after all. Let's explore a recording captured by a security camera in Craiova, Romania, on a weeknight in July. In this footage, we observe an unusual figure moving slowly alongside a parked car. Its limbs appear atypical, leading us to question whether it could truly be a human being. While some viewers suggest it resembles a person, the peculiar shape of its head and extremities makes this sighting quite baffling. This video raises intriguing questions. Could this just be an ordinary individual, or might it be something far more strange and mysterious? The ambiguity leaves us pondering what exactly we are witnessing. The next video was uploaded by a woman who claims to have felt that her bedroom is haunted for some time. One night, while she was alone, she noticed a strange movement out of the corner of her eye. Curious, she looked closer and discovered something so unsettling and mysterious that she felt compelled to record it. In her footage, a face belonging to someone or something appears pressed against the glass of a drawer. However, when she opens it to investigate, she finds nothing inside. This eerie moment has led to much speculation, with some viewers suggesting it might be a sinister entity, while others believe it could simply be an example of where our brains misinterpret random patterns as familiar shapes, like faces. Is it a real supernatural presence, or could it just be an illusion created by our minds? A woman managing an Airbnb has been receiving some unsettling comments in her guest book from guests who recently stayed at her property. The most recent entry revealed that upon arriving at night, the formerly charming old house felt strangely eerie. The guests were particularly disturbed by an old porcelain doll they found hidden in a cupboard, along with an antique music box. With its colonial architecture and a mysterious attic room, the house has an inherent spooky vibe. Things took a chilling turn when a new set of guests spent 5 nights there. They reported hearing unsettling sounds coming from a locked attic door on 3 of those nights. Concerned by these reports, the owner decided to install cameras in the attic and stay at the property for a week to see if anything unusual would happen. One night, she heard something truly terrifying and quickly grabbed her phone to record.
And this whole time I'm getting ring notifications that there is motion in my attic. And mind you, we moved the camera to this small room off of the attic. So like the timing right now is a little crazy. Thomas!
During this frightening experience, her phone buzzed continuously with alerts about motion detected in the attic. To heighten the tension, the camera had already been moved to a small room next door. While she listened to the disturbing footsteps, the attic camera kept notifying her of movement, but the footage showed nothing. Just a few moments later, the camera captured motion again, revealing something truly spine-chilling. Watch closely. The attic door moved by itself, which was especially unsettling since the owner insisted there was no breeze to account for it. Even on the windiest days, it shouldn't have swayed like that. The most haunting aspect, pointed out by many in the comments, was the ghostly face that seemed to materialize at the bottom of the door as it opened. You can clearly make out what looks like a face, its mouth slowly closing before it vanishes into the darkness behind the door. This eerie occurrence has led many to speculate that the historic house might be haunted. Could it be that someone met a tragic end in that attic?